Lo and behold, I think I found a game that is totally and utterly unscorable. Heather Flowers is a solo developer with some great games to her portfolio, and the latest one is probably the most divisive one of hers that I've played yet. It's called Unfair Flips, and all it is that you are flipping a coin, and the game is a comment on probability and how humans feel like they can defy the odds. On flipping the coin, the game asks you to flip 10 heads in a row. It starts off telling you that a head can only be flipped 25% of the time, or has a probability of 25%. And every time that you flip a head, you then get some currency. Like in a very similar way to a clicker game, you can then slowly earn currency to boost up that 25% probability to something a little bit more favourable for your odds. You'll never be allowed to get to 100% probability, and you'll never want to, because it will take you an absolute age to do so. But when you then get to flipping 9 heads in a row, suddenly the camera pans in for the 10th one. And here there are 9 different potential options for an ending to occur, although they have their own probability percentage too. It might be that you just land on tails and you get taken back to the main game again. It could be that it lands on heads, hurrah. It could be that you flip the coin and it just flies off the screen because you flipped it too high. Or, as it happened to me twice in a row, it lands firmly on its side, which apparently was only a 20% probability. It chooses the ending at random, and so you'll then go, well, I want to see them all. And so it's testing and making a comment on you just constantly clicking to flip this coin over and over and over again, and it will stream up some little messages that's like, this is your 500th flip, this is your 1000th flip, the game will keep going, there is no way to bend it, and things like that. And whilst it isn't quite Stanley Parable Fall Breaking-esque, it is leaving little trails of comments of like, how far do I really want to go just pressing a button and doing it? Now, I played this game alongside watching the Azerbaijan Formula 1 qualifying session, which thankfully went on for 2 hours. And so this kind of was an amusement, or an amuse-bouche, I guess, in the background. But I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to play this because of the nature of it feeling like an endless clickathon that you're then going to get angry with, because as humans, we often feel like we want to defy the odds of probability and like ram something home and be like, I was the lucky one. This game totally throws that back in your face, and sometimes it will happen really quickly, and sometimes it will go on for an hour and a half and you're still only on like 6 flips in a row thinking, what am I doing with my life? As a result, I feel like Unfair Flips is almost like a Turner Prize art piece, but gaming form. Because lots of people will go like, yeah, I can take away and kind of understand the comment on it. And I think loads of people will go, what the hell is that? And so, as a result, I don't feel like I could score it, but I can just kind of comment on, this is what you'll get if you pick up this experience. Might be one for you. I'm not sure it was one for me personally, but I appreciate the artistic comment on the human element of probability and how we really aren't lucky after all.